What up, Leaders? Welcome back to my channel. Just took a look at the pavilions here at Durban Park. Like I said in that video a few minutes ago, people are always pointing to these pavilions at Durban Park whenever I criticize the quality of the infrastructure that are being built right now in Guyana, as if my criticism of infrastructure is somehow leveled against their political party. Here, of course, and I just go take a look at that video. What I said about Durban Park is that that park should actually be converted into a indoor stadium, like an Olympic quality aquatic center or indoor tennis center or indoor track and that sort of thing. You know, huge dome like Tennis Center, National Tennis Center in Queens. Anyway, so this is what's happening here. It seems as if this is, what, St. Stanislaus? Tell me if I'm wrong. This looks like the coat of arms on the St. Stanislaus building and their crest. This is a piece of land that seems to be, it's been fenced off now, just at the outside of the eastern side end of Durban Park. And it seems as if this has been sectioned off to build some kind of facility. We'll see over time what that is. That somebody built a bridge here and the entrance. I can only assume that it's going to be one of those school grounds. So we are on Homestretch Avenue heading east. Wanted to show you what's happening with that new fire station. But over here, what I'm seeing is Blue Water Shipping Stadium. Somebody seems to be have reserved land to build a stadium called the Blue Water Shipping Stadium. Where are we right now? So we're in the middle of Homestretch Avenue. This building used to be part of the Help and Shelter, and I think Ministry of Sports, NSC, National Sports Commission. That's the NSC, National Sports Commission building. I remember going here when I wanted to start a swim club and meeting with people here who were not very helpful. But over here, it seems as if this land on Homestretch Avenue has been reserved for something called construction site for Blue Water Shipping Stadium. That's what the sign says, construction site for Blue Water Shipping Stadium. Let's see if you can see it better on the other side. So the land here on Homestretch Avenue has been sectioned off, it seems, for the construction of this stadium. It seems as if it's going to be some kind of a football, soccer stadium. And it seems as if Blue Water Shipping is the sponsor. Blue Water Shipping might be some kind of shipping company. Won't be surprised if they have some kind of contacts with the government, which is how you get access to land in Guyana. Gotta have some close ties to politicians. On that side, that is the north side of this Homestretch Avenue, is the Botanical Gardens. They've actually built some new structures in the Botanical Gardens. One of them you can see here. That's a pergola or some kind of benab. And they've been clearing the land, but the grass keeps growing back. So here is Homestretch Avenue. They've actually widened most of the way now. It's like half of the way. Homestretch Avenue was resurfaced recently, is in the process of being resurfaced, and so this represents the new wider Homestretch Avenue, to taking up a little bit more of the parapet. Of course, it is not completed, so you get to see what it looked like before and what it's going to look like when it's completed. I don't know if you can see now clearly, but we're walking into to the east on Homestretch Avenue, and this is what the surface of the road looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. So they're making it wider and flatter, which should be an improvement, but they have not yet completed the whole road surfacing project. And I guess we're going to see what that looks like, the whole thing looks like when they complete it. But for now, it's halfway done. It's halfway done up to this point. So that's Blue Water Shipping. They're going to be building a stadium in this large plot of land. Don't know who Blue Water Shipping is. I'm probably going to have to investigate them. But beyond this is Blue Water Shipping Stadium. Blue Water Shipping Stadium land is where they have been constructing the new fire station, the headquarters for the Guyana Fire Service. And they have been building, constructing new buildings on this plot of land for more than a year, probably 2 years, 3 years now. You want to see how far they've gone. So the last time we took a look at this, we were walking down Hatfield Street in Lodge, and I showed you the Hatfield Street end. Might have shown you briefly what the Homestretch Avenue end looks like. This is a plot of land that extends from Hatfield Street to Homestretch Avenue, and we're at the Homestretch Avenue end. What we see is that there is a huge fence now with... Wait, this is not the fire engine place. This is not the fire station. This is next door to the fire station. Somebody's building a multi-story building here. I don't know what it is, but they're now putting up a huge fence with razor wire, and they have a frame. A building that's been framed out. Those of you who know what this is going to be, let me know. It's actually being set up like a prison. So I don't know if this is going to be one of a government ministry or a prison, but they're setting it up with some sharp razor wire for security. But here we are. This is the fire station, the new fire station, fire service, Guyana, headquarters of the Guyana Fire Service. And next door is the refurbished Cliff Anderson Sports Complex here on Homestretch Avenue. So people wanted to know what was happening here. Well, this is what is happening with the new headquarters of the Guyana Fire Service. So it seems as if they have completed the construction. Right, they seem to have completed the construction of the Guyana Fire Service headquarters. They have some first responders, these vehicles, lined up in the compound. First responders. This Guyana Prison Service has the water tender here, and the fire tenders, and the various first response vehicles. This is the new headquarters of the Guyana Fire Service. Right, we've looked at this in previous videos. They've managed to complete construction. That large building is their headquarters now, and I also suppose it works as their garage for storing and repairing vehicles. But this is what the Guyana Fire Service headquarters looks like here on Homestretch Avenue. And next door is the Cliff Anderson Sports Stadium, which is under reconstruction, being refurbished for the last 5 years. I don't know how far they've gotten and when this is going to be completed, but right next door to this new fire station headquarters is the Cliff Anderson Sports Complex. As I recall, we used to play tennis here when I was a kid. I don't know where they are in the process of refurbishing this building, but it was also the basketball stadium at one point. There is material here for putting in glass windows and so on. But I think the last time I was here, there's a video I have in the archives where the National Robotics Competition was held. That's the last time I was here. Now, this is what the inside looks like. The stadium is the same inside apparently. These wooden pavilion seats. Supported by metal scaffold. It's there. There's a generator in a country that is always dealing with blackouts, I suppose. A diesel generator is a must-have piece of property. Morning. So Cliff Anderson Sports Hall is still under construction here at Homestretch Avenue. Alright, this is the front of the building. Seems to have been renovated. They did a renovation on the front of the building, but inside the building is still the same. It's not a modern sports hall, which you would expect by now. You know, a nice air-conditioned building with tall ceilings. It's not that. So the front of the building seems to project a much more modern interior than actually exists. They actually haven't changed the interior of the building. It's just the facade. Just the front of the building that has been changed. And next door to Cliff Anderson Sports Hall is the National Archive and the NCN. What is this? The National Communications Network. This is where the national news is broadcast from, the government television broadcast channel. Here is their headquarters, NCN. Now you can see the NCN sign on the wall of the building. National Communication Network. And next door is the archive. And beyond that, the famous National Cultural Center. And that's it for Homestretch Avenue. Somebody's suggesting that they rename the National Cultural Center after Dave Martins and the Trade Winds. Dave Martins recently died here in Guyana, who of course is well known for some of the West Indian songs that define what it means to be West Indian, what it means to be Guyanese. Cricket Game in the Jungle, Remember the Boyhood Days, is a song he wrote to reminisce about how it meant, what it felt like to be growing up as a child in Guyana. Remember your boyhood days, remember your wayward ways. Come, let me go down memory lane and pick up those days again. I remember still, and I always will, time cannot erase boyhood days. This is the Walter Rodney National Archive. So they're suggesting that Dave Martin's, rest in peace, should be commemorated with a statue here at the National Cultural Center. This is the National Cultural Center. They've now put a fence around the building. It's the entrance. They've now put a fence around the building, and you used to be able to walk right off the road and into the compound. You're no longer able to do that. And somebody's suggesting to rename it into the Dave Martin's National Cultural Center. I think what they should do is to create a musical from all of Dave Martin's songs and create something similar to Mamma Mia or Rodgers and Hammerstein, because that was the quality, that was how good his music was. And they make a musical and actually commemorate Dave Martin's with all of his musical library. So this is the National Cultural Center. It is still being used for cultural events, and probably I haven't visited in years, so I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but probably is in some shape that needs renovation as usual. That's the new Orchard Gardens Hotel and Shopping Center. I'm going to take a closer look at Orchard Gardens in another video, but this is where we are now at Mandela Avenue and Homestretch Avenue. That's Botanical Gardens. That's what's up, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. For those of you who wanted to see what was happening in Guyana at Homestretch Avenue, this is what it looks like in 2024. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe, share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later! Homestretch Avenue.